0. Understanding Leviticus, Megathemes. A. The Bible book introductions are divided into 4 parts: overview, vital statistics, blueprint, megathemes, for easy to understand. 1. Megathemes. At 1. Theme, sacrifice, offering. A. Explanation. There are 5 kinds of offerings that fulfill 2 main purposes: one to show praise, thankfulness, and devotion, the other for atonement, the covering and removal of guilt and sin. Animal offerings demonstrated that each person was giving his or her life to God by means of the life of the animal. B. Importance. The sacrifices, offerings, were for worship and forgiveness of sin. Through them we learn about the cost of sin, for we see that we cannot forgive ourselves. God's system says that a life must be given for a life. In the Old Testament, an animal's life was given to save the life of a person. But this was only a temporary measure until Jesus' death paid the penalty of sin for all people forever. At 2. Theme, worship. A. Explanation. 7 feasts were designated religious and national holidays. They were often celebrated in family settings. These events teach us much about worshiping God in both celebration and quiet dedication. B. Importance. God's rules about worship set up an orderly, regular pattern of fellowship with Him. They allowed times for celebration and thanksgiving as well as for reverence and rededication. Our worship should demonstrate our deep devotion. At 3. Theme, health. A. Explanation. Civil rules for handling food, disease, and sex were taught. In these physical principles, many spiritual principles were suggested. Israel was to be different from the surrounding nations. God was preserving Israel from disease and community health problems. B. Importance. We are to be different morally and spiritually from the unbelievers around us. Principles for healthy living are as important today as in Moses' time. A healthy environment and a healthy body make our service to God more effective. At 4. Theme, holiness. A. Explanation. Holy means separated or devoted. God removed His people from Egypt. Now He was removing Egypt from the people. He was showing them how to exchange Egyptian ways of living and thinking for His ways. B. Importance. We must devote every area of life to God. God desires absolute obedience in motives as well as practices. Though we do not observe all the worship practices of Israel, we are to have the same spirit of preparation and devotion. At 5. Theme, Levites. A. Explanation. The Levites and priests instructed the people in their worship. They were the ministers of their day. They also regulated the moral, civil, and ceremonial laws and supervised the health, justice, and welfare of the nation. B. Importance. The Levites were servants who showed Israel the way to God. They provide the historical backdrop for Christ, who is our high priest and yet our servant. God's true servants care for all the needs of their people.